What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the SH Figuarts Hedorah 50th Anniversary Special Set. That's alright, I finally got mine in. I got mine at Muteki Sales. Yes, it was stateside, and that's why it took a little longer. Because Bluefin, Bandai, refused to get these things earlier to us in North America. Really nice box. I love how this is embossed here. Really, really well done there. The front is cool. I like how the image is glossy compared to the rest. Very save the earth, save the earth. Very cool. The Hedorah 50th logo, which was last year and just came out this year, is there. Hedorah looking pretty cool there. There he is again. I like this box. I think it's excellent, actually. There's the forms you get of Hedorah, and the first form here is in two separate. You can do two separate things with it. And the flying form, and then of course the main form there, which looks very, very, very cool. I am excited to finally have this. It's a very heavy box, so without any further ado, let's get to it. And here's Hedorah's first form right out of the package. That's actually his second form. The first form is the little tadpole, but this is kind of tadpole-like. It's his water form and like kind of bursting out of the water form. Looks pretty good. You see the little hands there. I like that. This little middle part is nicely sculpted. It does look like it's a different color paint than this. I could be wrong. It could just be the sculpt variants doing that, but it does look like a lighter gray than the rest of it, which is like a darker, more charcoal-like gray. It looks really good. Beautiful sculpt on both sides, though. I really do dig this. And then the head is really, really nice. I love the little bumps here. Those look great. And the eyes are fantastic, guys. Look at that. You got the red around the gold and black. Beautiful. I just absolutely like how that looks on both sides. Doesn't look completely perfect, but I think that's part of the effect, in my opinion. That looks so, so good. I like this, too. It's kind of like his little beard. I like this. I do. I think this is really a nice little piece. And for that little piece, you do get one stand here, which can be used to hold it like so, which is held really nicely. So you can have it, as if it's going through the water or again coming out of the water, whatever, however you want to do it. I think it works very, very, very nicely. But wait, there's more. You also get this little standee, and that is for his head, which you want to take it off there and put on here. And then you have the part where he's popping his head out of the water, ready to fly out. I think that looks really, 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 really cool, guys. Nice little sculpt. A little bit of a translucent plastic, but you can't see it through it. Yeah, maybe it's not translucent plastic. I think it's just the way the light is catching it. But it looks great. And it might be... yeah, I think this top part is translucent. That's interesting. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it either way. Really nice little sculpt. Those, those little sludgy water around it. So, this is neat, guys. This is really neat. That's right. Next up is the flying form, and it looks awesome. They do skip the landing form because it would have been its own big figure. You know what I'm saying? Bandai, you should consider doing a landing form, even if it's like a P Bandai exclusive. That would be really, really neat to really complete all the big forms. But this is great. This is really nice. I do like it. Really nice sculpt on the bottom here. Again, in gray, but very cool. These little tendrils are in softer plastic. I really like it. I really do. It's really cool looking. This thing causes a lot of damage in the movie. Really, really nice sculpt. There's a little bit of a darker shade here. the bottom there. And then on top, man, that's a great sculpt. Look at how deep that sculpt is. That's fantastic. So yeah, there's very subtle gradients of paint here, which is cool. You know, it's not bad at all. Could it be more? Sure. I mean, Hedorah is known for like being multicolored. He is garbage. The top of the head looks great. I really like that. Really nicely sculpted there. Ultrazilla Jr. wanted me to mention his little mouth right there. Yeah, you can't unsee it, can you? And then the eyes look fantastic. Man, that is so good. Look at that red. I believe it's a kind of clear plastic because you can see a little bit through it. But man, that red is like candy. I want to eat it up. And then the eyes are perfect. Look at that. So nice. It's very glassy is what it is, both of them. Beautifully done. I like the eye ridges around it. The eyebrows. Look at that. I said look at that a lot in this one, but this is great stuff. Look at it. Look at it! I mean, this is super cool. So I really dig this, and it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. The box was really heavy, so I feel like a lot of that is in this. This guy also comes with a stand, and you kind of just place it like that. There you go with that. That's what that looks like. So you kind of... You do find a sweet spot in there. It's like almost keyed in. So... Oh my god, did you hear how heavy that was? Yeah. You do want to get it in the right spot because he will do that, but I also twirled it. I like it. I think it's good. It definitely holds his weight. And there you go, flying form of Hedorah. Last but not least, we have the perfect form of Hedorah. Although it's not really perfect per se. And I'll address my gripe right now. That only one I've really had to deal with is this here falls out a lot. It's on a little ball joint. The other side does too. Not as much as this side, but we'll see how this part of the review goes. This leg is super, super loose on mine at the hip. This one, not so much. Yeah, see, there you go. Fallen out already. So that's a bummer. That's gonna annoy me because you guys know me and stuff falling out on Monsterarts just go hand in hand, and it just ruins it for me. That said, I think this is looking really, really pretty good. He could have some brighter colors on him. I think so. However, I think they did a decent job here. I really do. The sculpt looks really nice overall, and proportionally, it feels like that big giant Hedorah. It does. So, yeah, it is not bad in those terms whatsoever. You know, just a little bit going on here that I don't like. Like, why is this leg so loose? It's a bit of a bummer. But let's take a look at the finer details, shall we? Enough about the griping. The eyes, again, are fantastic. Glassy red. I like that yellow around it now. That looks really good. The gold in the center looks really good. On both sides, it's pretty nice. The eyes around it, the like eyelids and stuff, look great. The ridges up here look fantastic. You see you got a little bit of this like kind of pinkish metallic paint, and that's cool that it feels a little bit metallic because it would have like these shiny metallic colors. So I dig that. I think it's pretty good. The little beard tendrils look fantastic. Really nice sculpt all around there. Are they soft plastic? Little bit. But I think they're pretty nice looking overall. Top of the head, yellow cranium, all cracked, black on the inside. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not sure what these lines are over here. They're like seam lines or something. I don't know. That I don't dig. That I don't dig being there. As you see, then you got paint variants here. You got a lot of seams. Yeah, that's a seam mark. That's really big on top. What's up with that? Yeah, that's no good. Right? That's no good at all. But the paint variance from here to here is obvious. And then you got a nice, like, kind of bluish over here, which looks fantastic on the edges there. That's very, very nicely done. I do dig it. It's a little bit metallic too. Yeah, look at that. That's pearlescent right there. Beautiful. Very, very, very nice. Continuing down here, you got some nice sculpt on the chest. Again, you got some of this reddish paint going down. Some of the blues that's coming from the sides. That looks really good. I do dig it. All the way down to here. Again, these things that pop out, this popped out again. It popped out again, guys. You see the little ball joint there? Come on, guys. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me. But it's a nice sculpt on there. That's for sure. I do have something going on here. I don't know what that is, but see that? That's a little bit of a silver thing right there. But the sculpt work is fantastic on these. Look at all those metallics. Very nice. They're really shining nicely for me in my light. Going down to the legs. Going down to the legs. Again, you have different silvers and stuff. That looks really good. Feet look really, really nice here. Bottom of the feet look great. Really do dig that. Is this guy's a leg loose? A little bit, but it's not as much. That looks pretty good. Back of the legs, very nicely done. Really, really nice, guys. The tail looks awesome. Nicely segmented. Got some of that red in there, some of that metallic blue, like tealish. Bottom sculpt. No paint here that I can see, but it looks really nice. Going to the bottom, back there. You know, and then it kind of ends there, and then you just see the inner workings. Oh, I pulled off the front thing too. This is going great. His back looks pretty good. I really like it. You got a lot of the yellow. It's done all right. It's done all right. You got a bunch of the red too, and that's done all right too. It's not so bad. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's not terrible either. I think it's pretty good. Little backpack, little turtle X backpack. For Hedorah, I mean, it looks pretty good, and then the arms are really, really nice. I do dig these. Check that out. Really nice sculpt. I love how everything kind of droops. Again, you got more of that kind of bluish here at the edges of the fingertips. That looks really good. Got some like lime down here, some yellowish. I do dig that. Really nice sculpt there. So pretty well done, all the way down to the armpits there. And even in here, you can see there's some red paint underneath. So these are all painted all throughout. That is pretty good attention to detail, guys. I'm surprised that, like, this is not something painted, and it's just like, you know, base figure there showing. But overall, I do like it. There's some, like, black in here, too, which is cool. It adds to it. So very, very nice. You know, despite some problems there. And so for articulation on this guy, he's got more than you would think. The head can move up. You see how this moves? Stays, I mean. That's really cool. Go around, go side to side a bit, forward. I gotta say, decent range of motion for the head on this guy. For the Hedorah. I went there. And then the shoulders move. And you got like I want to say a bicep swivel. Some sort of, I don't know if that's the elbow or what. Hand swivel. You got some swivels in there. You got some ball joints working, so however you could do it. But it is hindered here at the shoulders. This one, not as much. Look at that. Oh, this one's cut different. Oh, wow, that's cool. So this one you could do more with. Glad we looked. Glad we looked, guys. Yeah, this one feels... Whoa, where did this guy come from? Look at that piece of sculpt just like hanging out in there. That's interesting. That... It is interesting. So the arms are pretty good. As you saw, a bunch of these pieces move. The legs can move all over. This guy, look at that. It just wants to fall right out. Maybe I'm not popping it in all the way. I don't know. You do got rotation in the thigh there. We might as well just take that off. That one is just not so good. But even this one, kind of, I just think it's the way it's sculpted is like not great. But you can turn it. Get some knee bend. It's not fantastic, but you get it. Foot can move as well. So you get some points of articulation in the legs. You know, I'm not going too crazy over it either way, but that's why the legs move funky. Yeah, now I lost this one. It's because the ball joint, as you can see, if you can see it, goes upwards. So very odd. I guess it's not meant for a ton of articulation down at the legs. Whatever. The tail moves like this, moves like that, moves like that. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of segments, guys, so you'll be happy with the tail for all you articulated fans. And I am an articulated fan, but sometimes it just annoys me too. But I say this guy has some really decent articulation for the sculpt and for Hedorah. Like, he's not, like, super movable in the movie in this form. So I do dig what they give us here. For a size comparison, here is Hedorah with a bunch of other figures you might have in your collection. And here are the other two forms with the same size comparisons. And my final thoughts, well, this is a tale of like 3 figures, really. The little mini form, the swimming water form, is really, really nice. It's not an articulated figure or anything, but it's very nice. And, you know, on that little stand, it's cool. The flying form is gorgeous. I absolutely love that. I think it looks fantastic. And it's heavy and chunky. Again, it's basically a little statue, but it's a big statue, actually. It's really, really nice. No doubt about it. The perfect form looks fantastic. The articulation is actually surprisingly really good, too. My issues are, like a lot of all the Monsterarts, I got things that pop out on this. The side skirts pop out like crazy, especially one side there. And that same side, the leg feels really, really loose. So it's a bit of a bummer. It's a lot of a bummer because it's not a cheap piece. But does it make me not like the set? No, because I actually really do like the set. I think it's really nice. Oh, those seam lines on his head is kind of odd, but I'm glad it's like all the way up top. Where, I don't know, I'm not really paying attention to it, especially from like head on. But other than that, man, I think it's a really, really great set, honestly. If you like Hedorah, I think you should be happy overall, because there's a lot to like here. You know, like, I know some people were not digging the colors, but I think you need to see it in hand if you're complaining without seeing it in hand, because it actually has a lot more color variance in the perfect form than you might expect. So, you know what? I'm gonna give this set pretty decent marks overall. I'm gonna take away some, but I'm gonna give it some decent marks here. Not giving this away, sorry. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, people.